Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. In this jolly season, I've got a really interesting little comparison for you. Those who know me and who have watched this channel know that I love my Freewrite. It is a delightful box with lots of real keys that you can press and irritate people in a bar with because they make noise. But the main thing is the keys work really well, they travel well. It's got an e-ink screen which is a delight to use, and it is extremely basic because it will allow you to type, but it hasn't even got the ability to move a cursor around the screen so you can delete or edit in any way at all. All you can do is, if you really want to, you can backspace in the same way as you would do with the typewriter to delete a character by character, or if you press the red key it'll do a word or anything like that. And I've had this for 3 years. I was sent this to review by Astro House, the firm that makes them, and within 2 weeks I asked them how much it would cost to buy it, because within 2 weeks it proved itself to me. But those nice people at Astro House haven't been resting on their laurels. They brought out this, the new Freewrite, the Freewrite Traveller. And this is a review about this one. So, what is the Freewrite Traveller? It is a little box which is about the size of a keyboard and no bigger. Looking at it, the maximum depth is 2.5 centimeters roughly. It curves down at the edges, so it's only under 2 centimeters at the side. It is about 13 centimeters that way, and it's a keyboard size that way. How do I know it's a keyboard size? Well, when you open it up, it has a keyboard. Isn't that neat? Now, this is basically the same as the old Freewrite. It has keys and it has an e-ink screen. You can connect through to 3 folders. No idea how many words each folder will hold. Basically, I think you're looking at millions and millions. And it comes out in this very nice package. It has, let's just go through the outside. It has a very nice metal Freewrite label. On one side it has a single USB-C connector. On the back it's got 2 metal hinges showing, and on the front it's just got a nice cutout to make it easier to lift the lid. One thing I would say, when I first received this, I was quite shocked by how sharp that bit of metal is. When you open it, it feels like you run the risk of cutting yourself almost. Must admit, I've got used to it now and it doesn't feel that vicious, but when that arrived, that was serious. On the bottom, 4 very effective rubber feet. It will not move around when you put it on your desk. That's nice. Now, if you want to know how a Freewrite works, go back to any of my other videos and they'll tell you all about it. Basically, in summary, anything you type on this is automatically Wi-Fi synchronized with whatever iCloud type of service you want. Cloud type of service, even not iCloud. But it'll link through to Dropbox, Evernote, various other things. Very handy. When you've then finished working on it, you can call up those documents into your personal computer or your laptop, and you can edit them there, but you cannot edit here, except you can a bit, because now WASD are cursor controls, and with this I can now go back, I can have a look at the different words that I've typed already, and I can edit them. I can increase the number of words, I can go in, remove words, it'll word wrap. It's all quite neat. If I want to, I can go from one document to another just by hitting one of the red buttons and page down twice. It'll take you to a previous document. If you want to start a new document, you just press the two red buttons together. That'll create a new document. And it has an information window here which will tell you what account you're working with, where it's going to synchronize. It'll tell you what the date is. It'll tell you it's synchronizing to Dropbox. It'll tell you my email address. Exciting. It'll tell you all sorts of things, and then you can tab through. It'll tell you how many words you've got in the document, how many characters. It'll give you a clock. It'll give you loads of stuff. You can just tab through hitting the special key. One thing which seems to be missing, as far as I'm concerned, is with the old Freewrite, I don't always want to have the screen lit up. And if I do special L, it turns off the light. Special L toggles it back on again. As far as I can see, there is no backlight on this, which is a bit of a shame. So, I've just got back from New Zealand, as you all probably know. I was out there for sad reason, but if this had arrived, I would have taken this with me, because this is one hell of a neat small package. As it was, I took this and my Apple laptop. But this is an extraordinarily neat, light, simple device. I like it. I like it lots. It is practical, very lightweight, but heavy enough so that you can put it on a desk and type. What do I like about it? I like the fact it has the same simple style of keys that the old Traveller has, that the old Freewrite has. I like the simplicity, I like the packaging. It is very, very neat. There are negatives. First and foremost, lack of a backlight. I will check with Freewrite and I'll put a comment down the bottom if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I cannot find a way of turning on the lighting. Another thing I'm afraid that doesn't work for me is the keyboard. I love this device for a number of reasons. One is the e-ink screen, which is just fabulous. The second is the keyboard. Those keys make it an absolute joy to type on. These are not as good. They're a lot better than the average laptop, but they are still keys that don't travel very far, keys that don't feel good to type on. They're not keys which I feel will improve my typing speed or anything else. If you like neat and tidy devices, this ruddy thing is a fingerprint magnet. It's like having a sheet of glass. Can you see all the fingerprints? I cleaned this before I picked it up just now. So, it doesn't matter whether you look on the front or the back. This black plastic, you'll need to polish it every 5 seconds. Yes, this is practical. Yes, it's light. Having that little extra functionality so that you can do a little bit of editing, that's good. There's one thing that I don't like about it, I'm afraid. This is a personal one. When you open it, it's rather like a laptop. It has its weight balanced towards the center here. So when you're typing, unless you actually have your hands on the keyboard, it feels like it wants to overbalance. Which is fine. Put it on a desk, it's absolutely fine. It's stable, it's firm, it's delightful. I can assure you, I've done a lot of typing on this. But if you're out and about and you put this on your lap, Or if you decide to go and type somewhere else, for example, in your sitting room, or if you just realise you've got something you must make a note of and you haven't got a table nearby, it's like using an Apple laptop. It seems to be wanting to fall off your lap the whole time while you're sitting there. One of the things I really love about the old clunky style design is it's got all this weight, it's got all of this surface area, and when you plonk it on your lap, it just sits there happily, and it's high enough and big enough that you can type really easily on it. It is comfortable, it's pretty much perfect, I think, from every regard. I love the e-ink screen because you can type on it in broad daylight. I love the fact you can turn off the light behind the screen because it makes it easier to type. Everything about this, the first time I used it, I managed to type 3,000 words on a long train journey. And the previous best I'd had was 300 using my Apple MacBook Air, which was, I thought, pretty good for a MacBook Air. But this just makes a radical difference. Sitting on a train, you can switch off your mind and type. I'm afraid I don't think this is going to do that for me. But if you're looking for something that is more compact, much easier to take on a plane, something where you can just sit it on a small aircraft tray in front of you and type, this may well be about the best possible device you can buy. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's a hell of a lot of money. Well, frankly, if it does the right job, if it does the job for you, however much money it costs is irrelevant. It is a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a laptop. And the thing about a laptop is it will do an awful lot of things, but not necessarily the things you want. This is just for typing. It's for a professional or someone who's trying to be a professional writer. And it will work. But as far as I'm concerned, although I love it, if I was travelling the world, if I was sitting on aeroplanes a lot more, maybe I would think that was worth it. But for me, this one still wins. I love it. Hope that was interesting. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was worthwhile. For those of you who have any questions about the Freewrites, feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to give you my opinion of both of them. Any ideas about comparisons and so on, more than happy to help. Apart from that though, if you enjoyed this and you like the others, don't forget you can go down the bottom, you can help support the channel, if you don't mind, that would be nice, by clicking on the Patreon link. Other than that, subscribe and like and share and just tell everybody about it and say it's worthwhile listening, because sometimes I do have a little nugget of decent information. You never know, I might be able to get something useful for you. So thanks a lot for watching. Take care. If I don't speak to you before, Merry Christmas too. It's that time of year, you can tell by the lights. Cheers.